Every year, more than 1,000 people in the United States die from the cold, not out in nature, but inside their own homes, in places they thought were safe. Many thought they were prepared. Blankets, candles, heaters, everything ready for emergencies. However, when the power goes out, none of that works as expected. Hypothermia doesn't strike suddenly. It starts slowly, disorienting and weakening you and causing you to underestimate the danger until it's too late. What happened in Texas in 2021 wasn't due to a lack of preparation, but rather to over-reliance on systems that failed when they were needed most. Today, you'll discover 7 essential items that preparedness experts keep hidden, yet they continue to work when all modern technology fails. Simple, reliable, and rare tools that could make all the difference for you and your family this winter. This video is for informational purposes only. Always follow safety guidelines and do not attempt to replicate dangerous experiments without professional supervision. Most people think that staying warm in winter is just about comfort, soft blankets, fluffy comforters, or cozy cotton clothing. But here's the problem. Pleasant materials like cotton absorb moisture from sweat, condensation, and even breath. And when they get wet, they lose almost all their insulating power. Instead of keeping heat close to the body, they expel it, leaving you much colder than you imagine, just when you need it most. Even fleece, which looks warm, can be deceiving. When it gets damp, it traps cold air, not heat. Choosing the right layers isn't just a matter of style, but of survival. Recent events like the Texas cold snap showed how families who used unsuitable materials were left in danger because the moisture that accumulated overnight caused the heat to escape quickly. The truth is, extreme cold doesn't kill instantly. It works silently. And choosing the right material can be the difference between a safe night's sleep and serious risk. The solution is wool, authentic wool, preferably military grade or 100% natural. We're not talking about blends or decorative blankets. Real wool resists moisture. Even when wet, it retains up to 80% of its warmth and naturally repels water. Its crimp structure traps warm air close to the body and lets moisture escape, something materials like cotton or synthetics can't do. Stories from survivors of the 2023 Montana storms show that what truly kept them alive wasn't expensive gear or modern technology, but wool blankets applied correctly and used consistently. If you're looking to stay warm without relying on electricity or costly modern solutions, military and emergency blankets are an often overlooked resource. Classic wool, khaki, or olive-colored blankets designed for field use are not only durable, but also incredibly heat-retaining. You can find them at eBay, surplus stores, thrift stores, or even vintage brands like Pendleton and Hudson's Bay at affordable prices. But be careful. You need to know how to choose and care for them. Always hand wash them in cold water and air dry them so they don't lose their properties. The most important thing is how you use them. It's not just about having a blanket stored in the car. Survival experts turn them into real indoor heat traps. With a few emergency blankets, you can create a canopy over your bed that concentrates body heat and prevents it from escaping through doors, windows, or small air leaks. Even placing a hot water bottle inside a sock near your torso enhances the effect and allows you to raise the temperature of your sleeping space several degrees, without electricity or fuel. And if you want to go a step further, there are economical and reusable solutions that few consider. For example, calcium chloride mixed with water generates heat for hours thanks to an exothermic reaction. With a little preparation, this cheap and safe method can keep you warm all night long, much more efficient than disposable compresses, and at a fraction of the price. Just remember to use safe containers, label them properly, and keep them out of reach of children and pets. With these strategies, what seems like simple emergency supplies becomes your best ally against extreme cold. When the power goes out, many people turn to propane heaters, thinking they'll be the magic solution to stay warm. However, propane stops vaporizing at around 6 degrees Celsius, making it unreliable in extreme cold, and its use indoors without ventilation can be extremely dangerous due to carbon monoxide exposure. This silent killer is something few anticipate, but fortunately, There are much safer and more practical alternatives. A reliable option is external fuel or alcohol gel. These heat sources burn cleanly and controllably without toxic fumes and can stay lit for 45 minutes or more. You can buy external fuel cans at stores or make a homemade version with 91% isopropyl alcohol and a little salt. Placing them inside a terracotta pot on a non-flammable surface helps radiate heat more efficiently and prolongs its duration, providing constant warmth while you rest. Another way to keep warm at home during a power outage is to reduce heat loss through windows, which are often one of the most critical points. An inexpensive and surprisingly effective solution is to combine bubble wrap with window film. By completely covering the glass and sealing the edges with painter's tape, you trap warm air and block drafts, concentrating the heat where it's needed most, especially in sleeping areas. Finally, in situations of prolonged power outages, conserving heat will always be more effective than trying to generate it without resources. Adding layers of clothing, blocking drafts, and using simple materials like plastic or insulating film can make the difference between being cold and staying relatively comfortable. These are inexpensive and easy to implement measures that people often overlook. Often overlooked, these devices can be the key to surviving a winter without electricity. Modern emergency radios are no longer just for receiving weather alerts or tuning into AM/FM. Today, many models include small heating panels that are activated with a simple turn of a crank, transforming a communication device into a portable personal heat source. In situations without electricity and with freezing temperatures, a few minutes of activation can provide up to 15 minutes of gentle warmth for hands or face, something that seems minimal until the cold really sets in. Keeping your extremities warm isn't just about comfort. It helps prevent frostbite and keeps your mind clear, allowing you to make vital decisions under pressure. Following recent ice storms, these radios were distributed in rural areas without electricity, demonstrating their value as communication and survival tools. Choosing NOAA-certified models ensures reliable alerts, and refurbished radios are an economical option that still works perfectly. When it comes to extreme cold survival, every little detail counts. Simple methods like using insulated bottles inside socks or towels help retain heat inside sleeping bags and reduce the energy our bodies expend trying to stay warm. It might not be glamorous or stylish, but in emergency situations, practicality becomes crucial and can mean the difference between staying safe and suffering from hypothermia. The right gear matters too. Silk-based layers absorb sweat and retain heat, while sleeping with a hat prevents the loss of up to 30% of body heat. Even in the car, a thermal blanket and a candle inside a metal can can create a safe microclimate in the middle of bitter cold. Small details like these transform discomfort into the safety of expensive heating systems. Being prepared isn't paranoia, it's freedom. Knowing how to stay warm, calm, and protected when the power goes out or temperatures plummet gives you peace of mind, control, and security. From spending money wisely to having essential gear ready, every decision counts. Staying calm, looking after your family, and being prepared for the unexpected is what truly makes the difference. Which of these tips surprised you the most? Leave a comment and subscribe to learn more ways to be prepared and safe.